Hello everyone, welcome to another The Darkest Wings tarot video. Today we have a pick a card reading. These are just general messages that you need to know right now, and this is a timeless reading. Although I am filming it in October, this reading can help you whenever you are viewing it. I do want to say that the full moon in Aries just took place, but we will see what comes through. I even have this little ram right here, so I don't know. Could be an Aries full moon reading for all that we know. I also have bloodstone right here, which is a very good stone for Aries. I do want to say I'm really sorry about my hands. They're really gross today because I've been washing my hands a lot and they're just super dry. So I have 4 piles for you to choose from today, and I have these really cool push pins as well as crystals to help you decide on what you would like. So on pile 1, we have citrine. And we also have this push pin. On pile 2, we have this blue stone. I don't know if it's aquamarine or what it is. It might be aquamarine. And we have this push pin. On pile 2, we have tiger's eye. And this is a cute little bird. It's actually a bird. I guess it goes like that. I had it upside down. And then we have this push pin, and this is a scene from the movie The Matrix. And on pile 4, we have bloodstone. Bloodstone. And then we have this push pin. It is Little Graveyard, and this is by the band Unwound. It says, have hope. All right. Take all the time you need picking your piles, and I will dive right into the reading. See you guys there. Bye. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. The first message I want to give you is the girl on this push pin. This reading, I feel like it has something to do with a feminine nature in your life. This could be another person. It could be a pattern, but I feel like there's something that is keeping you from seeing your beauty, something keeping you from seeing your ability to be confident. I'm not really sure what is going to come up in the reading, so let's just dive right in. I have some tarot cards for us to look at and then some oracle cards. So let's go ahead and start. We have Temperance upright. We have the 7 of Cups reversed. We have the Page of Wands upright. And then we have the 8 of Swords. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and draw our clarifiers. Okay, first of all, what is holding you back, pile 1? What actually is it that's holding you back? Why is it that you can't let go? I don't know why I'm getting that from this card, because this is the Page of Wands. It doesn't usually talk about being trapped, but why do you keep getting stuck? Why do you keep lighting the match? Why do you keep getting sucked into this? Why is it? I feel like you are so beautiful. Like you are the epitome of someone who is so beautiful but can't see their own beauty. Like I'm just getting the main character in the movie that is so beautiful but goes through their own trials and tribulations. I guess that's what life is about, right? I mean, I just feel like if your life was a movie, people would be watching you in the movie and they would just feel for you. They would feel your heart. They would watch you sad. They would watch you alone. And they would just wonder, when is she going to see her magic? Okay, you could be they, them. You could be they, them. You could be beyond gender in a way. I'm just saying she because the imagery on this push pin and then the imagery on this card. But just know that if I say she, or like know that any gender can fit into this. It's just the way the message is coming to me for some reason. For some reason, I'm able to tap into this energy better when I say she. I'm not sure what that's about. But the audience would just be watching you go through these things, and they would just be praying for you and hoping for you and waiting for you to come out the other end, waiting for you to see your magic. It's one of those stories of life, those kind of tragic stories of life. It's like when we're in life, we don't always see the magic because life is so hard, but sometimes what's so hard about life is the magic. It's like while you're going through something so uncomfortable, you're living life to the fullest in a way, because life is not meant to just be the happy things. Life is meant to be the full scope of emotions. That's almost what makes it beautiful. There's like that tragic beauty I'm getting. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like, have you seen the movie Lady Bird? I haven't seen Lady Bird in like so many years, but this reminds me of like the main person in Lady Bird. It's like, it's a very beautiful person who's going through a lot of soul searching, a lot of understanding themselves. And meanwhile, we see the main character so clearly, but the main character doesn't see themselves all the way. There's something that you're trying to get away from. There's a narrowing of the focus that you need to have in your life. You need to cut out all outside noise, because that's when you're going to experience the most healing. I want to say that your angels have, I'm getting the word imbued. If you don't know what the word imbued means, it's almost like mixed up in. So the angels have mixed up their energy and your energy, and I'm actually hearing the word blood. The angels have imbued you with their blood. So in other words, the angels have given you their blood. But what I like about the word imbued is that it's not just their blood, it's yours too. It's mixed together. You are very much yourself, Pile 1. You are very much yourself. And it's about time that you see your beauty, but I don't know if that's possible in some ways, because what makes you so beautiful and what makes life so rich sometimes are the struggles that we go through. I don't know why, but I want to cry. It's like, why is life like that? Why is there beauty in that? Why is... What is up with that, you know? I want to see if you can still see these cards, because it's getting kind of dark out. Let's go ahead and look at these clarifiers. We have the Knight of Wands upright. The Knight of Wands upright. Here, I'll bring this card over so you can see it. The Knight of Wands. Okay. Your angels are very much around you. They are headed towards you very fast. I'm not sure why they're moving towards you. Okay, I see now. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, this message is definitely deepening. We have the Four of Wands upright. Okay. We have the Knave of Pentacles. I think the Prince of Pentacles. Yep, so the Prince of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Cups. Okay, wow. All right, I want to say right now, your angels are speeding into your life. They are absolutely speeding into your life. And look at the scythe that this character is holding. I believe that this character is your angels. And I believe that this scythe is the power to let go of what does not serve you. I think that your angels are going to really help you get rid of energies that have been very stagnant in your life. And I have a feeling that these energies have a lot to do with relationships. A lot to do with relationships. Wow. So the reason why your angels are getting rid of things, and I also want to say that you're getting rid of things too. It's like you guys are colliding. Your energies are colliding. It's because you're meant to get very serious about what makes you happy. This is the Four of Wands. This is about a homecoming. This is about finding where you belong and what excites you and what is a new beginning. But I just feel like there have been a lot of relationships that have been holding you back, and you're meant to get out of those. So your angels are going to be removing things from your life that are a distraction. Your angels are going to make it very painfully obvious to you what it is that you need to let go of, because your angels are watching you. They're the ones watching this movie of your life. And they want to get rid of things. They're coming in very fast because they want stability in your life. They want to make sure that you are stable in your life. I don't know if you can see, but there's the sign of Saturn right there on this skull's head. You could be going towards your Saturn return right now. Your Saturn return could be happening in your 7th house. It could be happening in your 3rd house, your 5th house. It could be happening in your 4th house even. Because everything that has led you to this point in your life has either stabilized you or destabilized you. And I feel like you're starting to get serious about which one is which. Things are going to start getting serious in your life. I know you're probably like, what do you mean it's going to get serious? I mean, it's going to be time to commit to things. It's going to be time to work for your future, because what you're working on right now is really going to pay off. And it's time for you to get serious. It's time for you to get stable. And your angels are going to help you do that. I have to say that we have the Page of Wands and then we have the Page of Pentacles. And that is very young energy. So I know you're thinking like, why am I getting serious if there's such young energy around? Look how dark it's getting, you guys. It's because, and I'm sorry if you can hear people walking around in the apartment next to me. But anyways, these are the beginning stages. There have been things in your life that have wanted to take root, but you have felt trapped from truly creating. And that's going to start changing, because there are things in your life that are very ready for your commitment. And then there are other things that have been holding you back. Your home is meant to be built now. Your home within yourself. That's why I'm thinking Saturn could be in your 4th house right now, or it could be your Saturn return in your 4th house. But this is getting serious. Not having your energy spread too thin across different topics, different things, or even just relationships that don't serve you. It's time for the tragedy to be over. Your angels have seen enough tragedy. You have seen enough tragedy. That time in your life it's time to be over, because it's supposed to be a healing time in your life now, a time of balance. A time of balance. You're going to be choosing yourself. I'm getting huge self-care energy. And I'm also feeling the depth of your pain in its entirety. If you're feeling stuck, embracing that you feel stuck. Embracing that stuck energy so that you can actually live within it. Because if we're always trying to fight how we actually feel, we're not experiencing how we feel, because we're trying to get rid of those feelings. But I feel like you're going to live through them. All right, I'm hearing Live Through This by Hole, the band Hole. You're going to start living through your feelings and feeling them in their entirety. I feel like there have been things that have been too painful for you to face around relationships. And I feel like you're going to start processing those things so that you can let them go. We have the card Bind. Okay, wow. You have been tied and trapped by the wrong things. That's the first thing I'm getting. There's no reason why you should die on this hill. There is no reason why you should see your life continue with these things still latching onto you. It's time to let go. And at the same time, you're meant to commit to the things that are actually meant to stay in your life. We have alchemy. We have sun and moon energy. So this card also has this little animal kind of in the corner. It reminds me of a lion. You're going to be embodying your emotions in their entirety, no matter how strong they are, no matter how much they make you feel scared to feel. Like, you may feel like my emotions are too powerful for me to completely dive into. They aren't. Dive into them. That is where the healing is. Because you're not meant to hold on to this stuff anymore. The cosmos are uniting to help you get through these things. It's the perfect time to process your feelings right now. It is time to heal. Next card we have is Mother. This is the card, Mother. You are so protected by the cosmic energy. Your angels are right by your side. They are with you. They are standing next to you. They will not let go of you. They will not let you go through this alone. The sun and the moon are uniting. This is eclipse season, baby. We just went through eclipse season, but this is the start. This is the start. This is when what you realized needed to happen during eclipse season starts to come into play right now. Go for it. But you also need to be gentle with yourself too, because you are healing. But just know that you are so protected. We also have Mother, and I always think of Mother as the 4th house. So I really think that Saturn could be coming into your 4th house, or you could just have a lot of 4th house energy. But there's a lot of pain, old wounds that need to be healed right now. And you are so protected through this process. It's time to mother yourself. It's time to take care of yourself. Very powerful energies are at work. And they are trying to restore your vitality. They are trying to restore your life. The beauty in your life. You actually living in your life, not disassociating, not disassociating from your life, but actually being in it. And it's time for you to let go of these things. I know that it's hard. There are things that are holding on to you. It's like it's so hard to let go. It's so hard to look away. You feel like you always need to check on these things. You always need to make sure that they aren't going to hurt you, or that they don't exist, or that... I'm trying to think of a right way to say it. You feel like you can't go without engaging with this thing. But know that your entire life is waiting for you as soon as you start taking care of yourself and diving into your life, the positive and the negative, your sun and your darkness, your emotions and your ability to move through them, both are important. I just want to say that the night sky is calling you. Going out at night, going on walks, being in nature is going to be very important to your healing, because Mother Earth, we have this Mother card, could be waiting for you to come home to it. As you come home to yourself, you're going to be coming home to the earth. Feel those emotions in nature. Let the earth handle them. It's time for you to see your beauty. All right, pile one, those are all the messages that I have for you today. I hope that this reading resonated. If you would like a personal reading, send me a DM on TikTok or email me. My contact information is in the description. Comment and like if this video resonated with you, and subscribe for more readings. When you guys comment and like videos, that's how I know, hey, I did a good job on this video, or hey, this reading resonated, and it really helps me make more videos. All right, pile one, I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Pile two, hello. Welcome to your reading. You chose this button, and I think this might be aquamarine, but it's a very subtly light green crystal. I'm just going to put these things up here. All right, let's go ahead and get into the reading. You guys had so many tarot cards. I can't even tell you. It's going to take a lot of space to get through all of these tarot cards. But we have Strength in reverse. We have the Hierophant in reverse. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, and then we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Wow, pile 2. Holy reversals, and the only thing upright is the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, self-worth, pile 2. Do you not see it? Do you not see the way you radiate, the way you shine, the way when you walk into a room, you light it up? When you walk into a room, you stand out. I do want to say that you have a beautiful face. Your face is very open, very bright. You have a clear complexion. Even if you think that you struggle with acne or texture, your face is actually very open and very bright, and you actually have very good skin. I just feel like you don't see it. You don't see it because it's like, where's my manifestation? I'm so confused. I fought so hard. Was it just for nothing? Where is my blessing? Where is my respect? Where is my clarity? Where are all of those things? Why does it feel like things aren't a match to me? If I'm so beautiful, why aren't the best things a match for me right now? Or the things in my life, why aren't they a match for me? Sometimes things aren't a match for you because they aren't a match. And that's not because there's something wrong with you. It just means that there's something wrong with that job or that thing. I don't know why I'm getting job. It's not like there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, pile 2. If there's wrong with anything, it's the stuff surrounding you. It's the commitments that you've made that don't honor your soul. There's a part of you that knows that you're better than this. That's why it feels like you're confused. That's why you may be tired all the time. That's why it feels like you aren't strong enough to get through the day, because you're meant for more. There are some dreams. You're meant to be your own boss, pile 2. There are some dreams that you're struggling to believe in right now because they haven't come to fruition yet. There's nothing wrong with you. You are meant for more. I want to see how these cards look in this candlelight. Oh, it's so beautiful. Pile 2. Things aren't showing up for you that feel like a match because you're meant for more. Now, that doesn't mean that the commitments in your life aren't good, period. They may evolve to meet your needs, but right now they aren't necessarily your standards. Does that make sense? It's not like you need to let go of everything in your life, but just know that where things are at right now may not match your standards because you're too good. For instance, if you're in a relationship and you feel like there are still some inconsistencies in that relationship, it doesn't mean that the relationship is over necessarily, but it means that this other party needs to grow. I feel like you're meant to be your own boss, pile 2. I just feel like you are. I feel like you're meant to be your own boss. Oh, there's little hair. You're not meant to be in competition. Like, you are meant to be the leader. And you are meant to profit off of how beautiful you are as a person. This is serious. Like, I feel like your personality is really likable. I feel like your embodiment of yourself is very likable. And I just feel like a lot of situations right now are making you feel like you aren't strong enough to handle them, but you are actually worth more than them. And I'm not sure like what's going to happen with those things. Let's go ahead and look at your clarifiers. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse, right over this Ace of Swords in reverse. And right by this Hierophant. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm going to kind of leave this card on its own. Let's see here. Kind of like this. Okay, Pile 2, you are far too charming for competition to even realize that you are competition. I feel like you stand out among other people in a crowd, but it's like, it's really hard for people to be mad at you for it because you're so charming. It's almost like you go to a party and you look amazing and someone's like, damn, they look better than me, but God, I love this person. I just feel like you're confused. You're like, am I not hot enough? Am I not pretty enough? What's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. I feel like your confidence is taking a hit because you're in a position right now where you can't do much. You're at the mercy of other people. I just feel like that. Like maybe you're in a job and you're not your own boss. You have a boss who tells you what to do day in and day out. You may have a disability or something and you have to get money from the government. It's just, it may even just be like, you just rely on other people to a point where you feel like you can't take care of yourself. And it makes you feel burnt out because you're meant for more. You're meant to take care of yourself. You're meant to have a life that is built off of not only your comfort, but who you are as a person. Who you are as a person and your comfort. Like you are meant to make money off of your own comfort. Like you're living a luxurious life and somehow you're making money off of living luxuriously. That is your life. And I just feel like things around you, they aren't resonating because you're meant for more. You are meant for more. And I feel like other people see this. I feel like people, even if people don't see that you are this Queen of Pentacles, they still see you as someone very charming, someone very likable, and maybe even someone is very passive. Pile 2, you may feel like you are nice to a fault. Because you're just a good person. You give from such a big heart. I feel like people may think that you are passive. People may think that you are very agreeable. But on the inside, you are actually a leader. You are actually very stubborn on the inside, I'm hearing. And you know your worth. Sometimes you get it twisted. Sometimes you feel like, how the hell am I supposed to make all of this happen? You are meant to, though. And I feel like people sense something within you that is very likable. Something within you that it's like, that person, there's something about that person that I really like. And sometimes they think that you're agreeable, but they don't understand that you're only agreeable because you are waiting to take off. And I think also you're so above this stuff that it's so easy for you. It's almost like people are just like, oh, you're so good at this job. And you're like, thanks. I feel like I'd be better at a different one. This isn't really what I want to do with my life. This is just kind of where I'm at. And people are like, oh, you're so good at this. You're so creative. You're so thoughtful. You're so this. And you're like, actually, I'm not as creative and thoughtful as I want to be. This is like, it's almost like I'm getting the image of SpongeBob, like working out with dumbbells that are made out of stuffed animals. It's like, that's what your job is for you. It's like literally using stuffed animals. But like at home, you're lifting weights. So, or like at home, you're like squatting 150. So, and with this button that you chose, I don't know if you can see it because it's getting kind of dark out, but she has like all of these colored auras around her. it looks like auras. I didn't even mean to say aura, but she has all these colors, and then she actually has a third eye aura. And I feel like a lot of what has given you luxury or such a good heart or so much to give others, and ultimately what you're going to base your life on, has a lot to do with your psychic abilities. It has a lot to do with what you've been through, what you've understood about yourself. I also feel like you are really big on self-care, or you will be, or like that's why you're meant to make money off of your self-care, is because your self-care is so important to your real job, which has a lot to do with your intuition. Does that make sense? So it's like, say you are like a psychic, you are a medium. You need to take really good care of your body and of your skin and of your health. I was getting that about skin. You have to take really good care of those things because your mind goes through so much wear and tear. Or say that you are like an artist of some kind. It's like you have to take really good care of yourself so that you can function at your peak creative potential. In this job, it's not your potential, or like other things in your life aren't always your potential. So it's like, it's when something isn't your potential, it will feel maybe easier than it needs to be, or harder than it needs to be, and it will always be draining. So it'll either feel easier or harder, never just right, and it will always feel draining. And that's just the energy I'm getting for you. But you are meant to be your own boss. You are meant to live luxuriously because your real job may be that of intuition. It may be something to do with what you've learned from your shadow work, like actually being a good person is what you're meant to profit off of. You could resonate with that. But I feel like whatever it is you're doing right now, it's like you are meant to have more authority than you currently have. Let's go ahead and look at these clarifiers. We have Lady of the Lake in reverse. We have new beginnings. Something is about to happen. And we have it in reverse over the Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands. I feel like this is supposed to go upright, but it kind of is in reverse though. I feel like you're waiting on this new beginning, and it's like, where the hell is it then? Spirit, if you gave me all of these divine insights, all of this psychic power, then where the hell are my blessings? Where the hell is the life that honors this about me? Where the hell is it then? Let's keep looking. We have Selkie, come out of hiding, embrace who you really are. Okay. Pile 2, sometimes we go through things so that we can come out of them. You are meant to come out of hiding. You are meant to be in the shadows and emerge out of the light. You are meant to do that. You're not meant to always be in the light, because that would not make sense for who you are. You're meant to be a boss. You're meant to lead people who are going through things that you are meant to understand, if that makes sense. It's like, you are meant to be a leader. You need to understand what it is like to follow, what it is like to fail, what it's like to need a strong person, what it's like to need the strength in yourself. You are meant to be your own savior in a way, Pile 2. You are meant to understand what it is like to be trapped, just so you can unbind yourself. You could have been drawn to Pile 1 with that message. But something is happening. Your new beginning is going to happen when you embrace who you really are and dive straight into it. And something tells me you know who you are. You just may box it very neatly with lots of bows for the public. Like, you could go to work and people could be like, oh, what did you do this weekend? But it's like you say something that is so charming, but kind of surface level, because you know that who you truly are is worth more than anyone around you could understand at the moment, because certain things aren't aligned to you. All right, I don't know if that makes sense, but you're meant to embrace who you really are. Not to other people, but to yourself and your life and your destiny. You're not meant to overshare, but you're meant to embody who you are. Next, we have metamorphosis, embrace transformation. Things are now different. Big love energy I'm getting from this card. I don't know why I'm getting that you have a divine partner that you have a lot of destiny with. You guys are meant to be very close to each other. Lastly, we have the water carrier. What really matters, reflect, reprioritize. Okay, pile 2. Here's what I'm getting. You don't understand why the blessings aren't showing up in your life, but at the same time, you're not embracing your true self in some ways. You're scared of who you really are. I'm sorry if that's harsh, but it's like part of you is afraid of who you really are, because who you truly are does not work for anyone, does not answer to anyone. And sometimes that's the hardest path to take, one that isn't clearly laid out, one that people haven't walked before. Sometimes those are the hardest paths, the ones that aren't paved yet, the roads that aren't paved. But we have embraced transformation. Things are now different. You know that. That's why things feel unaligned to you, because it's like you've woken up in where you're at and you're ready for more. It's almost like, what am I doing here? There's more for me out there. And now that's why it's time to reprioritize what really matters. The water carrier. That's a message. That is light. Messages and light that are meant for the collective, that are meant for humanity and the world. There isn't a path cleared for you because you are meant to clear that path yourself, because you are meant to pave the way for others. Not even people who share the same destiny as you, but just in general. Like there are just people who need you and your message, and they need your leadership, and they need you to believe in yourself. They need you to trust your insights. They need your divine gifts. They need you to take care of yourself, to trust yourself, to tap into your intuition, to build a strong foundation so that you can see into the depths of your psyche, into your shadow, so that you can bring healing to this earth. Huge things are coming, pile 2. If your life feels unaligned, it's because it is. If your life feels like it's not working, it's because it's not. If you feel drained, it's because something's wrong. You know you don't fit in somewhere. You know you're meant to be your own boss. You know what needs your focus. It's time to reprioritize and focus on what needs you. Don't give in to the burnout. It's fake. You're only burnt out towards the things that are not meant to be a big focus of yours right now. If you right now are thinking, geez, I really want to take this adventure or this route, but if I take this route, I'm not going to have enough energy for my job, and my job has really been draining me lately. And it doesn't have to be a job, pile 2. It could be whatever is draining you. But it's like, I need that extra energy for my job, so I'm not going to do my stuff outside of work because I need to save my energy for my job. It's like, if your job is making you feel burnt out to the point where you can't do what you love because you don't want to get burnt out on your job, does that make sense? It's like, something's wrong. Something's wrong with either one of those things. You need to kind of insert the blanks because I'm not in your life. But I don't know why, but I'm getting huge job energy because we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is all about worth, self-worth, the money that we have, the physical, tangible things in our life. And then we have this, which is a very psychic image of a girl with a third eye surrounded by auras. Your aura is cosmic. There's something about you that is very intuitive, something about you that is very spiritual, because we have aquamarine and then we have all these cards that have a lot to do with water. Pile 2, don't let what isn't meant for you burn you out. You are meant to be your own boss. Fight through the burnout. Don't let it trick you. If you need to give breadcrumbs to the things that don't matter, go ahead and do that. If you need to fake it while you make it at this other job or whatever it is that's draining you, do it. So what I'm getting through that is, it's like, you're so charming. If you show up to your job just giving breadcrumbs, no one's going to be able to tell. They're just going to think you're great. I mean, seriously, I don't know why I'm getting that. It's just like, you have such a great personality. that you can almost hide behind it in some ways. Sorry, I don't know if that's like a dark message, but it's like, say you have to, I'm going to use like a family member thing. Say like your family doesn't accept you. I don't know, I'm just getting a job. But say like your family doesn't accept you. Your job doesn't feel very aligned. You feel burnt out whenever you interact with those things, but you have to interact with them. You have to for right now, because one way or another, you rely on those interactions. We have the Hanged Man, remember? In one way or another, you rely on those interactions. So you have to make those interactions. Fake it till you make it. You are so charming. No one's going to even notice. It's crazy. People love you so much. Wherever you are, like people just genuinely love you. They are not going to notice. Charm them. You are not a pushover. You are not agreeable. I know that you may have felt like you are, because it's like you're gritting your teeth at work. It's like you're gritting your teeth around these people who drain you. But just know that you could use that to your advantage by giving whatever you need to get through the day there, and then putting your all into what really matters so that you can be your own boss. Those are my messages for you, Pile 2. I hope that this resonated. A lot is going to be changing. You are changing. You are learning how to embody yourself so that you can move forward and be a strength to humanity and help people in a way that is going to provide you luxury. And it's not going to drain you. It's going to make you feel luxurious, taken care of, calm, comfortable. All right, Pile 2, those are your messages. If this reading resonated, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me know that this reading resonated with you and that I'm on the right track and that I'm doing a good job. And that helps me make more videos. Let me know what situation this is talking about. If you feel comfortable, comment down below. I love hearing how readings resonated. So let me know, like, is this about a job? Because that's really the only thing I could think of when I was giving this reading. But anyways, those are your messages, Pile 2. Feel free to email me or DM me for a private reading. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Pile 3, hello. Welcome to your reading. You chose the tiger's eye bird. You can't really see it because it's so dark. And then you chose this image from the Matrix of the girl holding the gun. So, wow. I feel like piles 1 and 2 were the initiation, and I feel like now we're just getting deeper and deeper into what messages we need to hear today. Deeper and deeper into this Aries full moon energy. I'm not really sure what's going to come up in this reading, but we're about to find out. So I'm going to go ahead and get into your first tarot messages. We have the 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Wow. So choosing this button with the gun, I kind of was like thinking before I did this reading, like this pile, it's no more Mr. Nice Guy, no more Mrs. Nice Girl, or no more nice person. And with the 2 of Cups in reverse, I don't know, this is getting kind of juicy. Then we have the Queen of Swords upright. We have the Moon in reverse. Okay. Let's see if you can see these cards. Oh, awesome, you really can. I forgot which side I was drawing from. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. We have the King of Wands upright. And then we have the Devil. Something or someone has been testing you. I'm drawn to the symbol of Pisces in this card. We have the 2 fish and the 2 cups. And the fish are almost pouring out the cups. Something can't be ignored anymore, Pile 2. And I feel like it has a lot to do with what you want in life and what you want. It's just what you want. What you want and what you will inevitably take. I feel like there's a part of you that wants power, a part of you that is very creative. a part of you that is so ready. And I just feel like you're not playing nice anymore. If someone was to try and test you, it would not shake you. Because I feel like this is real shadow energy. I just feel like you could let go of anything and anyone if you had to. I feel like in the past you may have had a hard time walking away when things revealed themselves. But now you don't hide from the illusion, you are the illusion. You don't hide from the darkness, you are the darkness. And I feel like you have a lot of power within you that you are not afraid to wield anymore. There could be a dynamic in your relationship where you feel like your partner has the upper hand over you. And I just feel like that's not going to be the case. Let's get into your clarifiers. Very sharp energy though, pile 2. You are seeing through the illusion. You are no longer seeing what you want to see. You're seeing what is real. And I feel like it's because you have become someone you've become what people hide from. We have the World in reverse. Okay, this card actually looks like the World in this tarot deck, but it's the Moon. But the World in this tarot deck looks very similar to this card. So we have the World in reverse. We have Justice in reverse. Oh my gosh. If someone's unfair to you, you have no problem cutting them off. You have no problem stopping the cycle. You really don't. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the 10 of Wands in reverse. So I'm getting a very specific message right now. This may not resonate with you. But when I flipped over this card, I got something to do with family. Like you would have no problem cutting family off if they mistreated you. And in fact, some of you may have done that. And then with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, I know that this is true. I feel like you have released family trauma and family conditioning. There is an energy that is trying to rise within you, pile 3. There's an energy that is trying to come up, and it is a very strong energy. You may be feeling tired because there is so much energy that is trying to enter your life that you may be feeling tired. You've let go of a lot of weight. You've even let go of family dynamics that did not serve you, and that could entail family members. Anything that is unfair to you, even if it ultimately gave you all the money in the world, you would release it. You're not letting anything that isn't true to you get in the way of your power anymore. I just feel like you've let go of a lot. If you're doubting whether or not you let go of things, you've let go of a lot. You've let go of a lot of things in your life that ultimately brought you down. Things that were unfair, you've moved through them. And some of that's even meant you've given up money. You've given up family. You've given up some sort of legacy with your family in order to have more fairness in your life. And not even fairness, but something to honor and respect your power. I need to say right now, if you let go of a family member that you felt was toxic, you made the right decision. This person was never going to accept you. This person fed off of your downfall. That is so fucked up. I don't even know why I'm hearing that. This person fed over seeing you upset because they themselves were so upset. I'm so sorry if that is triggering to some of you, but that's what I'm getting. If that doesn't resonate with you, or if that message scares you, it's not meant for you. And just know that your power is rising and nothing can stop you. Not even money. Like if someone was like, oh, will you compromise your power for money? You would say no. Will you compromise what you think is fair for a good pay? No. Nope. You're not playing nice. You're not playing small. This is king energy. This is boss energy. This is, you can't move past my boundaries. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly who I am. I know my worth. I know what I'm made of. The next card we have is taboo. Okay, taboo. Like I said, okay, wow, here we go. Here is the symbol of Saturn. You can't see it, can you? We have the horns. This is a symbol of Saturn. We have the snake, transformation. We also have the symbol of Aries, the ram. I can't tell if this is Capricorn or Aries with this sort of ram head, this goat head. Let me tell, and then we have kind of the symbol of Pisces. We have the feet. Okay, here we go. You may have resonated with pile 2 because you may have felt like a pushover or like you were very agreeable or a people pleaser, but that energy is dying within you. That energy is actually dying. You're letting go of that energy because you will not compromise on your power anymore. You don't care if you stand out. You don't care if you're different. You don't care if no one agrees with you. You don't care what you fucking lose as long as it isn't your power or yourself or what you're made of. There is no more Mr. Nice Guy. Didn't I say that earlier? You are your own savior. I think I said that in pile 2. There's a lot of power that is rising within you, pile 3. You are not backing down. It doesn't matter if people think you are wrong. You will go it alone if it means that you can be yourself in your true, raw, authentic power. And I want to tell you that nothing can stop you. Not even your own family. Not even your family trauma. You were meant to conquer that. Not even your karmic duties. They can't even stop you. You are meant to keep rising. You are meant to keep leveling up in this physical plane. Okay, pile 2 was about the spiritual as well as the physical. This pile is saying the physical realm because you've already mastered the spiritual realm. And this is how I know that. Her eyes. You can't see it, can you? Her eyes. That's how I know. The amount of determination, the amount of darkness you've been through. That kind of darkness is the kind of darkness you find within yourself. The pain that you've internalized from the physical world. You've moved through that. And now it is time for you to move through all barriers, all obstacles towards what is rightfully yours. And what is rightfully yours is your power. And you're not going after anything else. You're not going after riches, galore, glory. You're going after your power. You're not doing this for money. No one's giving you $1 million to go after your power right now. You're doing it because it's what's owed to you by being alive, by being a person. By being put down. It's almost like what you've been through has given you the audacity to move forward. It's like, no, I've paid in blood. I have paid in blood, and now it is my time to rise. Okay, that's very deep. We have 1313, starting fresh. Encouragement, goals, foundation, creative ventures. Like I said, a lot of creative spark in you. Step out of your comfort zone. You are about to create something meaningful. All your skills and talents will bring you an auspicious profit. Build up your confidence and trust in your decisions. We have 101, starting over. Are you serious? We have starting fresh. And we have starting over right next to each other. I can't make this up. Intelligence, dynamics, making a difference, failures, personal or spiritual development. Happiness is linked to self-expression, exactly, being yourself, being your raw, authentic self, even if it's taboo, not caring what you'll lose. Learning from failures is key. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understand its process in the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It's in the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun. Start fresh. Exactly. You're moving through all obstacles. We have unexpected shift. We have starting fresh, starting over, and unexpected shift. Divine intervention, sudden challenges, love, pleasant surprises, gut feeling. Wow. This number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong, which could be in somebody's arms, your dream job, or abroad. I feel like you have let go of people whose arms you could have been in before. I don't know if that's like a lover, your parents, your family. Maybe you went through a divorce. Maybe you went through a huge breakup. Maybe you left a job. I'm not sure what it is, but it was the right move. Your gut was telling you, I need to get out of this. Something's not exactly right here. Pursue whatever interests you the most, even if it's taboo, even if it's against the grain. You really could have been drawn to pile 2. Then we have 0707, compromise. Sorry, these numbers are 1313, 101, 0505, and now we have 0707, compromise. Self-awareness, forgiveness, professionalism, empathy, tenacity, and freedom. Let go of what no longer serves you. Stop holding on to grudges, express your emotions, and aim towards a compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. The truth will set you free. I think in your case, just moving on is a compromise. Didn't I say you're gonna be letting go of people-pleasing tendencies? And then we have compromise. It's like where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. I feel like you're just gonna be moving on. It's like where you have a disagreement with someone. The nicest thing you can do is move on in a way, because if you stay there, you're gonna give them whatever the hell is coming to them. We have a gun here. I just feel like you're moving on from things that have tested your patience, because you could literally obliterate people. I just feel like your instinct, your ability to express yourself, and we have tenacity on one of these cards. I forgot where. It was on this one, tenacity. Your ability to, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not express yourself, communicate, something like that. Explain yourself, express what's in your soul. I just feel like it could absolutely wreck someone. But I feel like you've let go of a lot. Didn't I say that a huge power is rising within you, and that's why you could be feeling tired lately? Because there's actually something that's getting ready to literally fly up inside you. Maybe that's why you chose this bird, because something is meant to actually spring out of you, to grow wings and fly up something is meant to actually come out of you, fly up within you. It's giving Kundalini energy. So I'm going to draw a Kali Ma oracle card. I'm not doing this for any other pile today, but as I was doing your reading with this double card and the colors and the power going on in this reading, I couldn't stop thinking of Kali Ma while I was reading some of these oracle cards. So I'm gonna draw a Kali Ma oracle card for you, or 2 or 3, we'll see what comes out. So this is for pile 3. Also, Tiger's Eye is really big on confidence. So, oh my gosh, did you see the way that hit? Well, we have 2. Maybe we'll keep those. Let's see if a third one comes out. Can I get a third one? Kali Ma. Makali. And we got 2 more. Okay. Makali. Is there anything else for pile 3? I don't know why, but can you give me a card for pile 3? Okay. Jam. Okay. We have 5 cards, pile 3. Kali Mahamaya, Troma Nagmo. We have Mahakali. We have Guya Kali, and then we have Nitya Kali. I'm going to read all of these. I'm going to read all of these because I think it's very important. I can't tell you why. I don't know yet, but we're going to find out together. So I'm going to go ahead and read literally all of these from the book. Kali Mahamaya is Kali Ma, the spiritual truth beneath all appearances. The healing waiting to be discovered in all experiences. In harmony with your higher self, she manifests the path upon which you best learn, heal, and grow. She is unclothed, symbolizing wild, unconditioned authenticity. She is the empowerment to discard conditioning. Didn't I say that? You're letting go of things, even if it's like your family. It's like what's been conditioned within you. You're letting go of family trauma, even like not even stuff that you like was yours to hold, but stuff that people passed down to you. That's crazy. Okay. And judgments that we have outworn. Cast off the fearful constraints others have imposed upon you. Connecting to your authentic being will attract healing guidance and divine grace to you now. Like I said, you're getting rid of a lot. You've let go of a lot. Trauma Nagmo. She arises, instinctively responding to a severe threat to your well-being, freedom, and sacred fulfillment. Her fierce form causes the impure to tremble and the pure of heart to move close. She is ferocious in her wrath. Wow, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. And there may be relationships that are going to be leaving your life. As you step into your power, your authentic self, you may realize that some people just do not fuck with you the same, and that's okay. Let them go. They were threatening your well-being. I don't know. She is ferocious in her wrath against injustice. Dispense with thoughts of vengeance. Pray for mercy for all beings, especially those trapped in patterns of consciousness, harmful towards themselves and others. Didn't I say that walking away was the nicest thing you could do? Because if you stay, like, you could knock someone down with just your words. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. That's so wild. Pray for mercy for all beings. Dispense with thoughts of vengeance. Pray for those who have hurt you. Pray for those who have made you feel like you could not be yourself, because those people are not themselves. If someone's telling you don't be yourself, you're too weird, they're not being their weirdest self either, because they're afraid to. Wow. Open your heart to her heart and allow her to attend to all matters of karma while you remain true to your higher self. Stay in your integrity. Your integrity is dark. Let me tell you that. You're embodying the dark feminine. But you have to know to not get your hands dirty. Embody that intensity, but do not waste it on anyone. Don't waste it on anyone. Let Kali Ma, let your spirit guides, let your ancestors, let angelic beings handle the karma in which others will face. If you feel like someone is testing you, just walk away. They aren't worth it. Power is rising within you. You don't want to waste it on the wrong people. Let's see here. Let's go to 16. Mahakali. Her magnificence steadies the anxious mind and reassures the heart of the empowering grace that arises through trust in her. Attempting to fathom the wisdom behind the workings of the Divine Mother would be like trying to cram the entire ocean into a teacup. Such wisdom is vast, and our perspective is limited. Yes, we don't need to understand divine will to benefit from it. Better to allow her creativity, resourcefulness, and unlimited vision to take effect in our lives, bringing us every grace necessary for a blessed fulfillment. So trust that the divine will seek justice for you. The moment you trust in the way that things are unfolding in your life, the things that have been let go, the things that are falling away, believe in those things. Believe that those things were meant to happen, because the divine has your back. And as you trust in those things, as you trust the divine to dish out karma, you will continue to rise and be at peace. All right, Gaya Kali 28. Let's see here. Some of these numbers could resonate with you. We have number 4, number 6, number 16, 28, and we have number 30. These are all in order of like numerological. These are all in order from least number to greatest. I did not plan it out like that. And I shuffled for a long time, so I know that these cards, I mean, this is crazy. This is like, this is embracing your authentic self. People trying to stop you from embracing it. You letting these people fall at the wayside and let go of them and let karma take its thing. And now we're at Gaya Kali. Let's read it. Our Divine Mother, who knows all, with every answer and every mystery within her power to disclose, provides knowledge at the right time and in the best way. This is you understanding why it all had to happen. An answer to your question shall be provided. Do not immediately dismiss intuitions that are unexpected or lead you into unknown territory. There's that taboo card coming up again. Unknown territory. There's that shadow work again. Unknown territory. Your shadow is so important. Let's see here. Rest and reflect upon your insights, allowing your wisdom rather than a reaction to distill their usefulness and value. An entirely new perspective about a matter of importance is awakening. A new perspective of importance is awakening. That's that great shift. The unexpected shift. A lot is going to be happening. Oh, sorry. Kind of moving stuff around. A secret shall be revealed, and all you need to know will be given to you. You're going to understand why you're going through this in your life. All right, we have Nitya Kali. You're going to understand why you went through this journey, why you let go of what you let go of, why people tried to hold you back, why circumstances tried to hold you back, and how you were meant to embody your power. Because I feel like what you're going to be realizing is you went through all this darkness to embody your power. Nitya Kali, let's do it. She calls us away from the world to journey inwards where a path of sacred introversion beckons. Turning within may feel natural or unfamiliar, but the journeying within you will gain energy, insight, and freedom from the constraints of what has been. Allow that which needs to end to do so. You shall realize you are not being denied, but released. There is something new on the horizon. Honor your losses, but keep hope in your heart for what is meant to be. Wow. Pile 3, you are going to embody yourself, your full version. What I love about this card is that there's a girl above water and a girl underwater, as if to show us the conscious versus subconscious, the conscious versus unconscious, the light versus dark, the shadow versus the embodied. Then we have you being cast out, being labeled as taboo, then you letting go of what no longer serves you and trusting in the divine, and then seeing why it needed to go and thus being released from all that was holding you back. There is a power rising within you, Pile 3. I hope that this reading was helpful. Pretty vague reading. It just is meant to show you how much you've been working through, how much you've been going through to allow for your most empowered self to show up. I am so proud of you, Pile 3. And the divine is so proud of you. Those are all the messages that I have for you today. If this reading resonated, like and comment and subscribe. It helps to let me know that you enjoyed the video and that it resonated and that I'm doing a good job. I love hearing comments about what you're going through, what you're personally experiencing. Feel free to comment what reading I should do next, what topic I should cover. But yeah, those are all the messages that I have for you, Pile 3. Feel free to DM me on TikTok or email me for a personal reading, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Pile 4, welcome to your reading. Are you ready? The readings have been very powerful tonight, and I want to say that with your pile, it was really hard for me to get cards for this pile. Spirit wanted me to do this pile with the thought of no one watching it in mind. So you might be like, what does that mean? It means that Spirit wants me to do this reading because it is a message that is meant to be said to the void. So that is a very sacred kind of download to get. So this message, usually when I am shuffling, I kind of think in my head and I tap into my intuition for what message does the person or people who choose this pile need to hear right now? What is the message that these people need to hear? But this pile would not release cards until I said, okay, maybe no one will ever watch this pile. What message needs to be said? And that's how I know that this message is a collective conscious message, or it is meant for someone who is of the deepest places within the cosmos, within humanity. Like, this is the abyss. This is people who know the dark, convene with the dark. What that means is like people who have done intense shadow work, people who are priestesses and priests of darkness, people who can fight darkness, who are not afraid of darkness, their own darkness or others. These are very strong individuals who are drawn to this pile. These people need no reward. These people need no worship. These people do what they do because it is right and because they have the power to. They are some of the only people with the power to go within the dark. All right, so we have Temperance in reverse. Okay. We have the Emperor upright. Okay, whoa, did you just see the way all these candles just started standing upright and still? This is a very esoteric pile. We have the Three of Swords upright. I'm gonna kind of put these to the side here. Wow. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Three of Swords are in reverse. We have the King of Cups upright. And we have the Seven of Swords upright. Okay, pile 4, this is a very, very deep message, and I'm not sure who's ready to hear this. I don't know if anyone is watching this right now. This pile made me swear into secrecy. Not secrecy, but swear into dedication that I would deliver this message, whether someone was to listen to it or not. You are very strong. You fight demons, pile 4. You are a very deep person. You've come out of your own darkness. You've come out of the lowest places in humanity. You know what those places are like. I'm not sure what that means right now. This is going to be very esoteric, so get ready. You may struggle with, okay, so this is the example I'm getting. You may struggle with dark thoughts so that you know what human nature really is. The depths to which human nature can go, the lowest of the low. This Ten of Pentacles in reverse is actually reminding me of the Five of Pentacles upright. You know what it is like to deal with very dark thoughts and impulses. You may be very interested in dark things. You may be interested in very gothic things. And I mean even darker than gothic. Not just aesthetic, but just borderline dark. Okay, whether that's true crime, horror movies. You may be really into understanding demons, demonic entities, the supernatural. You may be very interested in understanding if those things exist. And it may be very confusing to you because who you are as a person is very healing, very deep, very pure of heart. You may feel like you are angelic in some way, but part of you is very domineering and must know the answers to the darkest questions of humanity. And one of those questions is, what is outside of the light? Here's the thing about the light, pile 4, and here's something that a lot of people don't understand. And this is why I personally find it really hard to trust people who are overly positive people who act like darkness doesn't exist. Because if you are of the light, that means you illuminate what has been hidden in the shadows. Because if you are the light, you are eradicating darkness. Dark does not show more dark. Only light can show dark. I feel that you are okay, so what was I saying that I don't trust people like that? If you are the light in the darkness, that means you know what the darkness looks like. You know what is in the darkness because you have shone a light onto it. You know what monsters lie beneath the darkness. You've been one of those monsters. I don't know what that means. I'm not saying that you've committed this heinous crime. I'm not saying you're a criminal, but you know what humanity is capable of, and you refuse to look away. You refuse to turn a blind eye to the darkness because you've been through the darkness. You know it exists. So no, you may not have been the one who committed crimes or was a horrible person. I don't know. But you could have survived a lot of darkness, a lot of violence, a lot of heinous crimes. You may have survived those things at the hands of others, and now you refuse to turn away. And that may confuse you because you're like, I'm this beautiful person with a pure heart and I'm so deep. Yeah, that's exactly why you don't turn away from what is dark, from what is hidden. You want to know the truth. You are not fooled by illusion. I feel like you may really resonate with me when I say people who pretend to be all light aren't all light because they aren't truly light, because if they were truly light, they would know what was in the dark because they have exposed the dark with their light. Like if you as I don't know why I'm explaining this so hard, but like if you as an entity are a flashlight because you are the light, what does the flashlight shine on? More daylight? No, in the darkness. You are meant to know what humanity is capable of because you are meant to heal it in some way. I don't know, that's so esoteric. It's hard for me to really understand the workings of humanity and of the cosmos and of spirit. But just know that you are a healer. How can you be a healer if you don't know what you're healing? Part of you knows what it is like to have nothing, knows what it's like to be abandoned, to be betrayed, to have your body used against you, to have your body mean nothing. You know what that's like. You know what it's like to not be able to trust yourself and others and the world around you and what you see is true. You know what it's like to live in illusion, and you know what it's like to have that illusion broken. You know what humanity is capable of. You've lived it. You've survived it. And if you haven't survived intense trauma like I just described, then you've dealt with thoughts that disturbed you. But just know that you are not your thoughts, but spirit meant to show you something through your thoughts. They may have actually not been your thoughts, but the thoughts of other people outside of you. Say you are at the bank and all of a sudden you have this really dark thought come in your head. It may not have been your thought. You may be picking up on a thought someone next to you is having. Okay, the world may look at the way these flames are so still. I'm actually tweaking out. Do you guys see this? They are not moving. It's like the flames are all staring at me. Okay, this one's moving. Okay, anyways. You are meant to fight the darkness. And how can you fight the darkness if you do not know what you are up against? As all this stuff in the world is coming out about what people truly think, and you know what I mean by that, like, it's no longer hidden how people truly feel about those who are different from them. This world is full of bigots. This world is full of evil people. This world is full of people who will kill each other just for resources, who create an island just to take advantage of people who are weaker than them and younger than them by 50 years. I'm getting pretty choked up right now. People may be surprised by that, but you're not. Because leading up to this, you may have had really dark thoughts about humanity. You may be like, it's not a surprise to me that other people think this way, that people are so hateful, because I have heard their thoughts. I have literally heard their thoughts for years before this came out into the open. Oh, it surprises you that someone would kill a child? It doesn't surprise me, because it almost happened to me. I can't even cry, pile 4. I feel like I'm on the verge of tears, but I can't cry because it's not like I'm angry, but I'm so determined. It's just the truth. It's like you can't cry at the truth. The illusion's been broken for such a long time. There's no tears to cry right now because I'm just saying the truth. And the truth has to be spoken. And this truth is matter of fact. That there is darkness. And that darkness wields humans. Like puppets, like facades. But you see through it. You have always seen through it. You were meant to know. You were meant to recognize the evil that plagues the earth. And you may be confused as to why you were chosen to do this. But I will tell you why right now, because you can handle it. Because your heart is pure. Your heart can never be tainted. All those dark thoughts, all those dark experiences that you've had, and you are still committed to being pure of heart, to being empathetic, to loving and accepting others, no matter what it costs you. I wish I could cry right now, pile 4. But your strength is doing nothing but invigorating me like a flame. I am a flame burning. I am not a waterfall. I am a flame burning in the dark. I am not the rain. I am a flame burning in the blackest of night. My eyes are not closed as the tears fall. My eyes are open, dry, and growing hot with anger and determination. Pile 4, this is the deepest message from the abyss. You have been there before. I can't believe this is just the opening. What the fuck? I bet it's already been 20 minutes. Pile 4, I'm just taking a second here. I just want to give a moment of silence for you, for what you've been through, for everything that you've been through in your life. I want a moment of silence for those who have been hurt by those who wield darkness as a weapon instead of a tool to grow stronger and emerge more pure. Because that's what you can do with darkness. You can either use it as shadow work and move through it, or you can use it as the only truth there is. You cannot deny the light. You cannot deny the flame, the fire. So I just want to do a moment of silence for trauma survivors, for victims of the violence going on throughout the world right now at the hands of people who are evil. A moment of silence. May all those who are suffering know that we are with them. May all those who are afraid know that we are with them. I'm going to be really honest with you, Pile 4. There are things that do not want me to say these messages today. There are things that do not want me to say this stuff. So we have the 7 of Cups. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like this hooded figure coming to a man, and there's shadows behind him. I feel like light has been illuminated on your shadows. I feel like you see that you are not a dark person, but that there is darkness in humanity. I feel like also darkness has come to you in the form of like beneficial darkness. So like Kali Ma is a dark goddess, but she is a very healing goddess who fights for authenticity and the reclamation of our bodies, of our souls, of our spirits. I feel like you have worked with darkness in a way sort of like alchemy, and I feel like this card is symbolizing the shadow work you've been through. The Two of Cups reversed. I feel like this highlights those two sides of you that you feel like don't mix well. The side of you that is interested in darkness, and then the side of you that is of the light, but know that they actually are more aligned than you think. But also this goes to show that there are truly people who are bad in this world. There are people who do not have good intentions, and you know that. This also symbolizes, what else? Having thoughts that aren't your own, but thoughts that are disjointed from your own thoughts because they belong to other people. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Hermit, and we have the Star. Exactly. You are meant to shine a light on the darkness. That's what the Hermit does. He goes into the dark with his light. And with the imagery of the crow and the raven, it's always about finding a deeper sense of yourself. It's about transformation, going in the dark and coming out of it. I feel like the raven and the crow, they actually symbolize the sun in Japanese culture, because the sun reflects off of their black wings, that it reminds people of the sun in Japanese culture. And that goes to show, it's like, to be of the light, you must know the dark. To be of the light, you must embody the dark. I feel like there are things that you've been through in your life that almost turned you, I mean, you might not resonate with this, but you've been through things in your life that could have turned you cold, but instead they made you deeper. And you're meant to heal humanity. You are a healer, Pile 4. You are 100% a healer. And you are meant to make people feel less alone. And just know that there is a new start coming. That's what this is. That's what this is in the world. All of this falling apart. You know that things had to fall apart because things were too dark. There was a lot of darkness that was hidden. It wasn't hidden to you, but it was hidden to a lot of people. And just know this is the start of a new cycle for humanity. Humanity is going to have to choose the spiritual, because that's what this pentacle means, upright. Do you see this pentacle? Upright, this is spirit. This is spirit over the physical. This is trusting in our humanity over money. This is not compromising what makes us godly people for darkness. And you know that the people who claim to be the most godly are the biggest liars. You know exactly who I'm talking about right now. People who preach the word of God as they justify killing others. People who preach the word of Jesus as they say someone should die and be a slave because of how they look and where they come from. That is not God, that is Satan. That is not God, that is a demon. I don't know if it's Satan, but it's demons, it's trickster energy. I don't know if it's Satan, I don't know. We have pestilence, and this is the disease upon the earth, Pile 4. You know what the disease upon the earth is. It's this evil. It's this evil that's been hidden. It's hatred. It's prejudice. It's judging. It's abuse. You know what it is. It's the lack of awareness that people have. People don't have self-awareness, so they just start hating other people because they don't even know how to love themselves. But you know how to, Pile 4. You've done the work. You're meant to heal this plague upon the earth one way or another. God is watching you. God is there for you. God sees you interacting with death and darkness. God sees you coming up against generations and generations and generations of hatred, violence, genocide. We have cunning. What did I say? Cunning. So cunning, the word cunning is when somebody is so charming, but underneath that smile is a rotten soul. Cunning is when someone is so cordial, someone is so, charming, likable, but there's something very dark about them. And I feel like you understand that. You understand that about the world. You know what it's like to be tricked. You know what it's like to see through people. I'm seeing lots of eyes. You've looked into the eyes of evil, and you've seen a hurt child in that evil. You understand that hurt people hurt people. Maybe that's really complicated for you. You see that the person who hurt you was hurt themselves by someone else, and that someone else was hurt by someone else, and that someone else was hurt by someone else. You also see that these people who preach that they own parts of the earth over other groups, you know that they're wrong. You know that they're wrong. They're tricking people. It's all a trick. You see through this. You see through the dark. You are not tricked by demons. You are not tricked by the material world. You are of spirit. And in turn, I feel like you are going to get some sort of abundance. You will be rewarded in some way for being a healer, for being of the light. And last, we have gatekeeper. I gotta cover this up, sorry. I'm gonna cover it up with this lighter. The fire, the cosmos. There it is, the two skulls too. Like I said, it's like there's part of you that you feel like sees the dark, and there's part of you that's light, and you have to have both, because to shine light means to see the dark. You are the darkness that the darkness is afraid of. As Kali Ma would say, I am the fear that makes fear itself shake. You are meant to lead people into healing. You are meant to lead people through darkness towards healing. I don't know if that's masses, like the masses of humanity you're meant to lead, or if it's meant to be like a smaller group. But you are meant to lead people in some way into the light, out of the darkness, out of the illusion. You are meant to help get people away from those who are cunning, those who are liars, those who fake preach to be of God, who really convene with demons. I know that this is crazy to talk about. I don't even fully know the extent of what I'm saying. That's how fucking crazy this is. I don't know the full extent of it. But it is really important that you understand that you are a match, and darkness is no match to you. As in, you have what it takes to stand up against the darkest of evils, because you know it exists. You know what it looks like. You know what it feels like. It cannot trick you. Demons cannot trick you. And if they start to, you do shadow work and understand that it's all an illusion. You are not afraid of shadow work. You are not afraid of the dark. You are not afraid of the abyss within yourself, within humanity, within this world, even within the spiritual realm. You want to understand the darkness, even within the spiritual realm. You are a warrior of light. You are a warrior of the dark as well. Because darkness represents the womb. Darkness is not inherently an evil thing. We don't want evil to be in our darkness. We don't want evil in our shadow. Because the shadow can be made up of beautiful things, like trust. If you grew up in a really hard household and you learn to not trust, your ability to trust is going to hide in your shadow, because your light goes, well, I don't need to embody trust, so I might as well get rid of it. So it goes into your shadow. Your shadow doesn't need to be dark, disgusting things. That's not true. Your darkness can be beautiful. It can be what people labeled as wrong, that you decided you needed to hide in order to function. Don't let the evil invade our darkness. Evil is just evil. But evil itself, it does not even belong in the darkness. You are meant to eradicate evil from consciousness, especially from the collective consciousness, because we have the star. The star is ruled over by Aquarius. This is the masses. This is the dreamscape. This is where we dream big. You're meant to liberate people from feeling diseased, from feeling tricked. You are meant to lead the way. You are paving a path into a new world where others are celebrated for their differences, to where we live in harmony. And And yet it's confusing to you because you know that you have this healing ability. You know you have this healing capability, and yet you're dealing with these really dark fixations like true crime. Like, you may love true crime. It's not because you're a murderer. It's because you know that you've looked in the eyes of someone who could do evil like that. You know that that evil exists, and you don't want to turn your back to it. Because if you turned your back to it, you would be being fooled. Have you ever heard the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making us believe that it doesn't exist? You believe that it exists. You've seen it. You know it. You've heard its voice. You've seen it. You may actually have seen demons or communicated with demons or felt demons. I'm getting goosebumps in my head. Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps on my forehead. This isn't meant to scare you, Pile 4. It's meant to tell you that you're not crazy, and that just because you know about this darkness doesn't mean that you aren't of the light. You are of both. You are meant to know both so that you can bring light to the darkness and darkness into the light. Because darkness is not inherently evil. Light is light. Dark is dark. It's just what is hidden and what is illuminated. Sometimes great things can be hidden. Like, this humanity's ability to love each other seems to be hidden. Humanity's ability to coexist and share and celebrate our differences and our different cultures and histories and methods of thought. Somehow that's been hidden in the shadows. You're meant to drag that out of the shadows. Because right now what's being brought into the light is hatred, prejudice, bigotry, evil, violence, right? It's all over. It's all over the news. It's all over social media. What's hidden in the darkness is our ability to heal from this, our ability to start over, our ability to liberate people who need our help, our ability to band together. That's what's hidden right now. So of course you're meant to go into the dark of yourself, of humanity, of human nature, so that you can understand, yes, those things can exist, but so can the other things. So can surviving together. So can helping each other. And after seeing so much violence and hatred, that's often the hardest thing to choose. Sometimes that seems like the darkest option, right? But there's something very meaningful in your shadow work and what you're going through and what you're drawn to, even if it confuses you. You are a healer, Pile 4. And you have a huge part to play in this new world that is coming about. All right, Pile 4, those are my messages for you. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Like and subscribe and comment if this reading resonated. It lets me know that I'm on the right track. Let me know if this resonated. Let me know if this made sense to you. And I will see you in the next reading, all right? Bye.